What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of In It to Win. We are still playing with my Anaheim Open team. This is going to be Focus Sash Pelipper, Water MZ Golduck, Choice Specs Tapu Koko, Fling King's Rock Raichu, Citrus Berry Trevenant, and the Eject Button Goodra, who has the ability Hydration instead of Sap Sipper, as well as Rain Dance, Toxic, Flamethrower, and what else is there? Probably some other move that's pretty good. So yeah, this Goodra has a really cool set that I seem to like a lot, and it is, I think, the Pokemon that takes this team and takes it to the next level. It's somewhat of a second weather setter. It's a Toxic Staller. It's a rest user that can get fully healed every turn, which means it's impossible to get Toxic Stalled back. And it's also an eject button user in case I really need to get a free switch into something else, as well as a Pokemon that looks like it has Sap Sipper, so it prevents my opponent from bringing things like their Kartana and their Bulu. So hopefully we win a couple more games with this team. I'm currently in the process of breeding and getting a brand new team to use, as well as using, like playing a couple other formats. I might dabble into the Battle Spot Doubles format because there's a % chance that could be next season's format. So let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see me play some Battle Spot Doubles, because I have a couple cool, really cool ideas I think that could actually work in that format. But we're going to hop into some VGC 2017 Battle Spot games right now and see if we can win some. Here we go. Alright, so our first opponent is using a QR code. They're also ranked 1769 on JP Battle Spot. I'm currently playing this game in the middle of Japanese time, so we're going to see the Vanilla Ice Sandslash, Arcanine, Kartana, Hariyama, Lele. I'm thinking it's probably Specs on the Vanilla Ice. Could be Sash, could be able to other things. I'm thinking potential Sash on the Sandslash, maybe. So yeah, probably Sash on the Sandslash, Specs on the Vanilla Ice, Berry or Safety Goggles on Arcanine, probably the Scarf or Z move onto the Kartana, probably, I don't really think it's going to be the Flame Orb, but it could also be like a Salt Vest on Hariyama, and I'm thinking that's actually a Scarf Lele. So now that we know pretty much everything there is to know about the team, I think we'll be okay. Now, like I said, I really do think this is Scarf Lele, so I could go Koko Raichu into this and probably be fine. Probably. Let's think about it. I'm going to go Koko Raichu. I want to see if this is Scarf Lele. And then we're bringing Pelipper and Golduck in the back. I don't think Trevenant's that good here. It looks like it could work, but I don't really want to bring it versus all the ice types. I think as long as I deny Aurora Veil, I think I'll actually be fine. So we'll see what happens here. We're going Koko Raichu to start this off, and I just really think it's Scarf Lele. Like, I'm really getting that Scarf Lele vibe from this guy, so we'll see. We will see. If he leads like the Vanilla Ice Sandslash, I think I'm gonna go for like a Fling Volt Switch play. I think that's probably the best thing I can do. So Koko Raichu, gonna be starting it off here. Let's see if it is the Vanilla Ice Sandslash. Cool. So I really do think that that's a Specs on the Vanilla Ice. Looks like it's not Scarf because it's not going fast to my Koko. So yeah, I really think it's Specs, and I really think he's probably going to be switching it out for a Lele. There's a high chance that that's going to happen here. It could also be just going for a Yellow Blizzard and going for an Aurora Veil with Sandslash. So I probably will be flinging the Sandslash instead of Fake Outing. I would love to go for the Fake Out, right? But he's probably switching in the Lele, like I said. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to Volt Switch against the Sandslash, and we're just going to fling it. And I think that'll actually give us exactly what we need, because then we're going to bring in Pelipper, it's going to take away his Hail, and then we're going to be able to just Volt Switch with Raichu and most likely KO it. So getting the Sandslash off the board is what I'm tunneling on here. Looks like I could have just Fake Outed, oh well. Maybe he really doesn't expect me to be any good. That's highly probable that he just expects me to be bad. So Volt Switch in here, I could have just KO'd with the Thunderbolt, but oh cool, we still KO, because we are Choice Specs. It's pretty good to be Choice Specs. We're going to be coming in with Pelipper here. Now Pelipper does two things. It three things, I guess. The first thing is it takes away their weather, right? That's pretty important, and in taking away their weather, we take away their chance to fire 100% accuracy Blizzards, and take away their chance to use Aurora Veil. So Pelipper coming in here is the correct play, I think. Not really going to send Golduck out into that. So Pelipper's going to hit the board, and we're going to see what my opponent goes for. I'm expecting a Blizzard, but Aurora Veil is also a possibility. I really wouldn't like to see Sub, but I guess I would be able to deal with it. Going for the Blizzard, he misses on Pelipper. That's huge because Pelipper is the one holding the Focus Sash. So Raichu takes some damage. It's not really the end of the world, and this is where we might see the Scarf Lele come out. If Lele comes out here, I'm saying that it's Scarfed 1000%, and if it is, I'm just going to probably protect with my Pelipper, and, alright, so that's Lele. Yeah, I'm just going to protect with Pelipper, I think. It's either protect with Pelipper or just try to attack, but there's no reason to. I really think that it's Scarfed. So yeah, we're just going to protect. And I'm actually going to try and Volt Switch, I guess, into Vanillux. Just because that can soften it up for my Pelipper to come in. Yeah, I'll just try and Volt Switch the Vanillux. Just protect with Pelipper, Volt Switch. I really do think that it's Scarfed. So we're protecting with Pelipper. I'm trying to block Dazzling Gleams here. And there's the Psychic. So he is Scarf Layla. He targeted the Pelipper. This is like so perfect for me. This is so perfect. And remember, that Vanillux is most likely locked into Blizzard. The fact that he's staying in here is also really good for me because he's not trying to reset anything. He's not trying to like reset the weather on me. And now he's going to get pinned by my Golduck. Even if he's going for Freeze Dry, that means that, you know, he's not Specs, which means it's not going to be enough to take me out most likely. But there we see the Blizzard. Let's see if he even hits. And nope, he doesn't, because Thunder is very low accuracy. So now we can go for a couple things here. I kind of want to set up a Tailwind. Let's just look at his team. What can he actually have in the back? He can have things like Kartana. He can have Arcanine or Hariyama. Like, I could attack that Vanillux right now, but it won't be able to really KO, so there's not really a point. Yeah, I will attack it. I'm actually just going to Hurricane it. I don't think I need to go for Tailwind in this matchup. I still have my Koko and my Raichu, and I've gotten a really sick pin here with my Golduck. So yeah, I'm just going to Z-move the Lele. That should be able to take it out because we know that it's Scarfed, and we read it from the team preview. Lele should be going down, and it looks like the Vanillux is staying in. So we have a % chance to confuse the Vanillux if we don't crit it, and we're also going to be able to gauge a little bit about what he really wants to go for. So Hydro Vortex is going to be coming onto the Lele slot. Like I said, the Lele was full speed. It was faster than my Raichu. Normally, when you see these Leles, are actually a little bit invested in like bulk, but you know, how invested can you really be in bulk when you're holding a Choice Scarf? So Lele's going to go down here. Hurricane's going to hit because remember, it is raining. Boost it up to 100% accuracy, and that guy takes a ton of damage. Goes for a Blizzard, misses on Pelipper again. That's so lucky for me. Let's see if he freezes my Golduck. No. But you can also see these specs, because look how much damage that did. That's ridiculous. So yeah, Pelipper should be able to take out that guy next turn. Arcanine coming in here as his last Pokemon. I'm going to be able to lock that guy up with a Hydro Pump most likely, and I should be able to just brine out this Vanillux. So we should be able to win this one. It looks like it's going to be a pretty easy game, I think. Just because I think I just read his items correctly. Like, for the most part of the game, like, I just got some really sick reads. I also got a little bit lucky. He missed 2 Blizzards on Pelipper, but it wouldn't really have mattered. Other than that, you know, we deduced all of his items that there could have potentially been in the team preview. I also think that Ducks and Koko Raichu just have a good matchup versus Hail in the first place. So, pretty good first game of the day. We're going to hop into another one and see if we can continue to climb on the late night JP battle spot. And I say it's late night JP battle spot because it's late when I'm recording this. So, we're probably going to fight more Japanese players. Okay, so I said we were going to fight more Japanese players. This guy is actually like 1422 player from Tennessee, and I don't even know what he's doing up at this late. I don't know how his team got that low on the ladder, but I hopefully am not going to fall victim to his shenanigans. I think what I'm going to do is bring Trevenant here. Trevenant is actually, how the hell does he kill it? Other than Mimikyu. Does Mimikyu even really KO it? Like, think about it. It doesn't really. I'm going to go Trevenant. We are going to be imprisoning this guy into oblivion. I think I'm going to go Raichu Trevenant. No, that's not good enough. I don't need to go Raichu Trevenant. I can just go Pelipper Trevenant, I think. I could even go Koko Trevenant. I think I will go Koko Trevenant. The reason you go Koko Trevenant is so you can just get a big Volt Switch on the first turn of the game. And then it sets up for Pelipper and Golduck. Because like Pelipper is also just really good against those 4, I think. I think it's really good. And yeah, we're just going to Volt Switch and Imprison just first turn. And if he wants to nuke my my Trevenant first turn, then I just bring in the Pelipper or the Golduck, and then we just wrap him up with you know, our advantage from there. So I think we should be able to win this one. We're going to be using Trevenant this game. Remember, Imprison is a move that Trevenant has that seals all opponents' moves that know the same move. So since my moveset is Imprison, Protect, Trick Room, and Horn Leech, my opponents cannot use Protect, Horn Leech, and Trick Room. So that is the way that this thing works. Hopefully we win. This guy's a relatively hard Trick Room team. So I think I'm going to be okay. The only way that this really almost backfires is if the Mimikyu either just like crits out my Trevenant with like the use of a Z move, or if he like just taunts me, which is definitely possible. I really think he's going to be going with the Oranguru aspect of this though. So we're going to see Oranguru Fini. Yeah, this is, look how good this is. Just look at it. It's the best lead ever. Alright, and he could probably just switch in the Mudsdale, but does Mudsdale really want to fight against Ducks HP Ice Koko and Trevenant? No, he doesn't. So we have activated our terrain. We're going to see the Feeny reply with the terrain. I'm just going to activate, sorry, not activate. I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt and Imprison, and I'm going to be in a pretty good spot. And is that a Misty Seeds Feeny? Okay, not something you see every day, but it should be fine. I don't really want to go for Volt Switch anymore. I think I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt. I don't really think Thunderbolt KOs the Feeny. But, oh shoot, I just almost protected. I need to use Imprison. That was almost pretty bad. So yeah, we're just going to lock it in Prison here. And we should be alright. I really don't think he has the KO potential needed to KO anything since he is Misty Seeds. So since he's not Specs or anything, I should just be fine even if he goes for like Double Moonblast. And then it would give me a free switch into my Pelipper. And Thunderbolt plus Hurricane should be enough to wrap up a Feeny. Oranguru is going to be useless the whole game. It's going to be useless the whole game. I mean, I guess it can telepathy. I guess it can like instruct, but I really think it's gonna be useless. So Thunderbolt coming here. I'd take a crit if the game wanted to give it to me. No, no crit, but that's fine. So he's going for the Moonblast. Let's see what he's actually hitting. He's hitting the Trevenant. Okay, okay, hit my Trevenant. We're going for our Imprison here. Imprison Trevenant. I love it. And he's just going for the Hard Instruct. So I think he read me going for that, which is completely fair. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Not all that much. Unless he like crits me into the ground here, but it should just be enough to activate my Citrus Berry. Remember, Trevenant technically has like an almost unlimited sort of HP because it has access to the ability Harvest, which is going to give me my Citrus Berry back every single turn pretty much. So, and remember, our opponents cannot protect anymore. So yeah, we can just start attacking everyone on the ground. Who do I actually want to do this? I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt and Horn Leech the Feeny slot, because remember, if he switches out the Feeny for, let's say, Mudsdale, Mudsdale's just going to eat the Horn Leech. Is going to be amazing. If he just keeps the Feeny in and goes down to Thunderbolt, well, our Horn Leech gets redirected into Oranguru. So it's correct targeting here that I think is going to be really important. And hopefully we just, you know, roll the game from here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the guy just ran, but he won't. He wouldn't run. But like if he's like tilted and on a losing streak and he's like, ah, stupid Trevenant cheese on my battle spot ladder, he might just get frustrated and run. I've done it before. I've seen it happen. So he's switching out the Feeny in for Vikavolt here. So Vikavolt's going to be able to eat this damage very, very well. And what should I really do here? If it's a two-shot on the Vikavolt with like Horn Leech and plus this, I'll just double attack it again. Yeah, I mean, I'll just do the same thing. I should be actually faster than Vikavolt. Oranguru's most likely going for a Foul Play this turn on my Trevenant. That's the worst case scenario. Like, Foul Play is the worst case, which is, it's not even doing it. It's going for a Psychic. But that did a lot. That did quite a bit. Oh yeah, we're going to double up into that Vikavolt slot one more time. Remember, no one can protect. I'm, like, not stopped from doing this. The only thing that really gets in our way is Pinch Berries on the Vikavolt. It could be Pinch Berry. I actually think that it's Assault Vested, and I'm just the strongest thing in the world, so that's what I'm seeing here. It could also be Z-Move. I think Trevenant should be faster than a Trick Room-specific Vikavolt. He's most likely going for Discharge this turn. He could also be going for Bug Buzz on my Trevenant, but I don't want to let any of those happen. So hopefully we KO the Vikavolts here. I wonder if he's, like, trying to protect. You know, that'd be really funny. He's like, what do you mean I can't protect? You can never tell with these low-rated players what they're really thinking about doing. One thing we can think about, though, is we've seen Vikavolt, Oranguru, and Feeny, and I'm actually thinking his last Mon might be the Mudsdale, but I could be completely wrong. So we deal a ton of damage with the Thunderbolt. We're going to come in with the Horn Leech. I'd love to pick up this KO, and we do pick up the KO. It's going to restore a little bit more of our HP, and I mean, worst case scenario here, we lose our Koko to the Psychic from Oranguru, which really isn't the end of the world. I don't see a way that Oranguru grinds out Trevenant at this point in the game. So, actually, it looks like he's going to get low end, which means we stay alive. We live in for a while. A couple extra turns here. So, let's see if Feeny comes back out. If Feeny comes back out, I might switch up what I do. No, I would just Thunderbolt the Feeny. He can't protect himself. There's nothing he can do to get around this. So, I can just Thunderbolt him for days. But let's see, he could bait us into like attacking Mudsdale. I'm going to do the same exact thing I did the first turn. You Thunderbolt and Horn Leech into the same targets. And that is how we're going to be able to win this one. I just want to make sure, what does he have? He has the potential for Mimikyu, or Mudsdale, or Clefable. And I have Ducks, so like Mudsdale's easy, Mimikyu's easy, Clefable's not really that big of a problem. I think he would have already used it. So yeah, we're just going to go for the Horn Leech and the Thunderbolt up onto the Tapu Fini, and we should be able to pick up at least one KO this turn. Worst case scenario, he switches it out for Mudsdale. So it looks like that is what he's doing. He's totally protect baiting me. Coming in with the Mudsdale, I really have no problem with this. Like literally, there's no problem with this. There's no way that this guy beats my Ducks. Though there's no way he beats the Trevenant. The Trevenant is just a powerhouse machine that he cannot grind out. Just because he doesn't have Foul Play on that Oranguru either. Which I think all the Orangurus should have Foul Play. So he's going to be able to kill my Koko this turn, and, you know, that's completely fine. I think he should actually be targeting on the Trevenant, but that's just me. I think he should be trying to get special D-drops and crits on the Trevenant, but I guess he just doesn't see his only win condition. I can come in straight away with Golduck here, but I'll just come with Developer, start the rain up, and I think I'm going to go for the Hurricane onto the Oranguru. We'll trade for a couple turns, and then I'll just be able to win. Like, he has absolutely no way to grind me out. Alright, so we're actually just going to go for the Brine instead onto the Mudsdale. And then we're going to start Horn Leech and Oranguru. That's the play. Actually, we're going to double... I'm just going to continue to double target the Mudsdale. Things can't protect. It would get redirected into Oranguru. I think that's always the correct play, because I would love to take out everything but the Oranguru. I think that's also... Actually, he could also think about switching Oranguru, I guess. But no, this would still work. If he switched Oranguru, it would still work. Because Brine's going to kill the Mudsdale, and then we're going to get redirected into whatever is in the Oranguru's slot. So Brine, he's not at half technically, but it's powered up in the rain. It's stabbed. Even if he was vested, that still would have KO'd at this point. So Mudsdale goes down. Horn Leech is going to get redirected into the Oranguru. It's going to deal a ton of damage. It's just, this Pokemon has such high base attack stat that an 80 power base stabbed move just deals a massive amount of damage to these guys. So Mist finally disappears just in time for Fini to come back in, but we can KO Fini with either of these Mons. There's no real way that Fini comes back and wins the game here. Is this a second? No, we lost Koko. It's not a second 4-stock, but I think we're going to be fine. I could go for the Hurricane up onto the Fini. I don't really think it KOs it, and I kind of want to bring my Golduck out. Yeah, I'll just Hurricane the... Do I really want to Hurricane? I think Hurricane could take out Fini. I'm going to try and Hurricane the Fini. It really doesn't matter what I do. There's like no way that I lose this game. I really don't even see one. Realistically, I still have Golduck. There's still like 4 turns of rain, and he can't deal more than like 30% to my Trevenant. Yeah, so we got this one in the bag, but it's going to be a slow grind, and this just goes to show, I think this game is a perfect example of how Trevenant is like a cheese stopper. Like this Trevenant just came into this game and said, no, you don't do that. And you can't protect yourself. You can't cheese me out with Trick Room. It's the perfect Pokemon for aggressive teams that need like that one wall to give them just a little bit of stability against these hard Trick Room teams. Because against teams that have like Clefable or Oranguru, like how would I beat that without this? How would Double Ducks really beat like a redirection Trick Room without this imprisoned Trevenant? I mean, there are ways you can Trick Room their Trick Room. You can put a bulky Pokemon in your team to beat their Trick Room if they set it up, but against teams that have like redirection, Trick Room, and just like really bulky Pokemon, it's just a really hard matchup. So I think Trevenant is a Pokemon that excels in that matchup. So as always, guys, let me know what you guys think about today's games in the comments below. Like I said, I am currently working on a brand new team. I'm going to give you guys a hint about it. This team uses Talonflame, and it's not going to be a standard Talonflame team like you guys are used to seeing. So that's all the hints I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the team in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.